get started. If you guys want to play your own music during this, you can go ahead and mute it, and feel free to hop back in if you have any questions or whatnot. Otherwise, you can stay on as you are. We're just going to loosen up our legs, getting some toe touches in here. So treat this just like a deadlift. Soft bend in the knees, shift the hips backwards, keep the back somewhat flat here as you're reaching towards the toes, so you feel the hamstrings kind of light up there. And then squeeze the glutes and hamstrings as you're standing all the way up. And you can take your time with these. If you want to stay down at the bottom a little bit longer, get a little bit more of a stretch in, you can. We're going to go ahead and get 10 of these.
Sorry, I'm late.
Oh, hey.
I was talking to a client who's in the military. She's stationed in Japan. So like I had to it's 8 p.m. in Japan right now. So I'm trying to like figure out a time, like, cause I'm not 7 a.m.'s the earliest I think I could do.
Oh my gosh. Well, he's
put my contacts in, but I'll be back.
Okay. Once you get 10 toe touches in, we're gonna warm up our backs just a little bit. See where everybody's at. So once you got all the toe touches in, we're gonna go into back extensions. So you're gonna kind of get in that deadlift position again. You're gonna go all the way to the bottom, but this time you're gonna round your back. So we're staying nice and rounded at the bottom here. And then we are just going to flatten out and arch that back as much as possible, squeezing all your muscles down your back. Your shoulders should only come up so that they're about in line with your hips. So you shouldn't be standing all the way up with these. It should just be all the way down, nice and rounded. Arch and squeeze, shoulders come up to about hip height, and then all the way back down and round. All the way up and squeeze, down and round. So we'll get about 10 of those in here too. Good to go. All right, once we get 10 of those in, we are going to then warm up our glutes, hips, legs just a little bit more. If you want to find something to hold on to for balance, this is going to kind of be like a hip opening exercise here. So start with your hips squared off to one wall. You're going to lift one leg behind you. So your toe should be pointing down to the ground here. Hopefully I don't fall over because I don't have your balance, but what you're going to do here is you're going to open your hip up to that wall in front of you and then close the hip back off. And you should really be feeling this in both of your glutes. Like I said, if you want to hold on to something for balance, if you want to go over to a wall while you're doing these, that's fine. Just really focus on opening up the hip there by squeezing that lower leg and the upper leg.
Oh,
That hurt. They also feel kind of good.
so tight.
We're going to get 10 on each leg.
Oh, Lauren, I don't think, did we tell anybody that we did the running workout, the distance running workout on Sunday?
I think I talked to Jill about it, but I think that might be it.
Yeah. Y'all should join next week or this weekend. It was good. We went to Fred Beekman Park and did the distance workout.
There was hardly anybody there.
Yeah. Granted, it was also Easter morning, but
Yeah, that's very true. But we're making the commitment to do it every Sunday.
Yes.
Where did you go?
Fred Beekman Park.
Where's
Like,
that?
West Hampton.
Kenny and Lane.
Oh,
And there's parking now too, because there's no students or anything, and there's visitor parking anyways.
All right, once you guys have gotten through those, that is all we're gonna do to warm up. If you feel like you need anything else additional, go ahead and do that. We're gonna move into single leg deadlifts to start here. So if you've got a dumbbell, a kettlebell, if you wanna use 2 dumbbells or kettlebells, if the weight that you have isn't quite challenging enough. But what we're gonna do here, holding weight in the arm. If you're gonna choose to hold it in one arm, hold it in the arm opposite of the leg that you're working. So if you're doing deadlifts on your left leg, hold that weight in that right arm. Like I said, unless you're holding it in both arms, if you need more of a challenging weight there. You can also hold on to something for balance here. Just make sure that you're really squeezing. I'm gonna hold on to something for balance because I suck at balancing. Just make sure that you're squeezing the glutes and the hamstrings. Think of driving your leg into the ground and leg pressing the floor away from you to stand all the way up. So it's shifting backwards here. You've got a soft bend in the knee. The hip is reaching back. The back is flat. You're reaching that weight as low to the ground as you can while keeping your back nice and flat. So try not to go all the way down to the ground if it's going to cause you to round your back, and then squeeze the glute and hamstring coming all the way up. So what we're going to do here is 12 on each leg, and we're going to do a new set every 2.5 minutes. So you've got a full 2.5 minute window to get through 12 reps on each leg. Any questions?
Nope.
Okay, I will go ahead and set the clock here.
Are we all being quiet then? Okay.
It's okay, you don't have to be on mute if you don't want to be.
Okay.
So we'll start first set here in about 10 seconds. If you've already started, no problem, keep on working. The timer just helps to keep us on track and keep us moving through at a good pace here. If you need even more of a challenge, if the weight you have isn't challenging, go ahead and slow down the movement. Try to think of taking 3 seconds on the way down and 3 seconds on the way up. Or if the weight you have is good, moving through them, 12 each leg. Oh my gosh, I have 0 balance today. Good job, guys. Another minute here.
Okay.
Andy, one of your parakeets are outside our window.
Wait, really? Oh,
I don't know. It's like a neon yellow greenish bird. I've never. Oh no, there's two of them.
oh, yeah, maybe it is them. It's beautiful.
Where are you guys at time-wise? So that was about the end of set one. Do you guys need more rest, or do you feel like that was a good enough time frame?
I probably finished with like the 30-second mark, maybe with rest.
Okay, we'll go ahead and start. Need more time after that one, we can go ahead and take it. So second set, whenever you guys are ready.
Is it okay if we're using something for balance a little bit?
What's that?
Is it okay if we're like using something for balance a little bit?
Yeah, I am. I'm using a chair here because I can't balance for anything today. Just make sure if you are using something for balance, just don't try not to use your arms to lift yourself up, just your legs.
Oh, yeah.
Set number 2 here. 12 on each leg again. Overemphasize squeezing the glutes here. Yeah, guys.
Left side.
It's about 20 seconds left in this set. Go ahead and take your time if you're still working. Like I said, we can add some time to that clock. Yeah, guys.
I didn't even bother getting changed out of my Chewbacca sleep pants this morning.
What's the point?
Yeah. Whew.
We're going.
How many sets of these are we doing?
We're doing 4 total, so we got 2 more.
Okay.
But I'm giving us, we're taking a little bit longer time here.
All right.
I feel like Michelle always disappears on the camera there. There she is.
I was just complaining about the number of sets.
Back there too?
No.
Oh.
He always has a call at 8, so he doesn't.
Oh,
leave.
that sucks.
All right.
That's
Start with set number 3 here. We only got 2 more to go, and then we're moving on to our accessory work.
How was yoga last night? Sorry, I was working.
It was really good. It always is.
Oh, did you guys drink wine?
Always.
Oh. Are you doing that again tomorrow?
Yeah. Every
Yeah, you can do it
Tuesday, Thursday.
tomorrow.
It was only me and Lindsay last night. Kate, who was all excited for wine with Jill in the morning.
I got caught in a happy hour.
Work, everyone. Keep really focusing on the contractions. It's about 40 seconds left in this set here. Again, if we need more time, we can add it.
Woo.
Your back or your butt?
Both.
Good. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Good job, Callie. I always forget water in the morning.
I've been chugging it lately.
You what?
I've been drinking so much water since I'm just home and the bathroom's right here. I can pee all day. It doesn't matter.
I am not. I'm drinking so much coffee all day.
Well,
That sounds like bragging, and I'm jealous. I like a cup sitting next to me all day, but I still forget to drink it.
When I got my grape drink too, that Jason makes me, my little Crystal Light grape drink.
Oh yeah, purple drink. We have that too.
My purple drink. It's real good.
Yep, it's so good. We've got set number 4 here. Whenever you guys are ready, go ahead and start. We can go ahead and wait till everybody gets done with their last set here before we'll move on. So you can take your time and work through it as you need to. If you need longer rest here before starting, go ahead and take it. So last time here. Sure, guys. Keep on working. Nice work,
Hey,
guys.
did you guys know that Elmo has a dad and his dad's name is Louie?
What are you watching?
Today, I think. Whatever one Hoda's on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's the Today Show. All right, go ahead, rest here. Get some water if you need it. I'm gonna walk us through the next portion of the workout. So we don't really need any equipment for this next part here. If you guys have a band and want to use it, you can add it to make one of the movements a little bit harder. The other thing that you might want to have by you is a chair or something to kind of sit down to. And I'll show you what we're going to use that for. The first exercise, we're moving through 5 different exercises, and we're going to do a minute work at each, 30 seconds rest. And the idea with a lot of these is just to really squeeze, focus on the contractions, put as much work into the movement as possible. So the first one that we are doing are glute bridges. I'm gonna shift my camera down here so you guys can see me a little bit better. All right, there should be good. Okay, so glute bridges here. If you want both feet down on the ground, you can lay down all the way here and have your feet somewhat far away from your hips there, so that you've got room to really squeeze the glutes, pushing the hips to the ceiling. Really try to make sure that you're feeling these in the glutes and that you're not letting the hamstrings take over. So try to initiate the movement by squeezing the glutes first. And then if you want, hold that contraction at the top for just a second or two, coming all the way back down, moving through this nice and slowly to really feel it. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can go into a single leg and you can stay on that one leg and switch after 30 seconds. The other options you have, if you want to add weight onto your hips, you can do that with a dumbbell or a kettlebell. If you have a band, you can put it around the knees. Or if you have an elevated surface and you want to put your feet up on that, that will also make it a little bit harder. You can use a chair, whatever you might have nearby. And again, also single leg option with that as well. And I'll shout out when 30 seconds is if you are doing the single leg option. That is movement number 1. And then the second movement that we have, everyone's favorite, pistol squats.
Oh.
So what the full pistol squat looks like, if I can even do it here, but it's just a single leg squat. So all your weight is on one foot, squatting all the way down, coming all the way back up. Obviously that is a pretty difficult movement. So ways to modify this: if you have a chair or something to sit on nearby, couch, whatever type of ledge it may be, use that chair, still come onto the single leg there, reaching backwards with that hip, sitting all the way down to the chair, and then coming back up. Just make sure you're really squeezing the glutes on this one too. So coming all the way back down and then controlling on the way down there. So try not to kind of crash down to the chair. It's nice and controlled all the way down and all the way back up. If you don't have a chair and still can't really quite get a hold of the pistol squat there, you can do negative pistol squats. So putting one leg out in front of you, going down as low and as slowly as you can, then put both feet on the ground like you would a normal squat and just stand up from there. And those are going to be alternating. So you're going to do your right leg, then your left leg, right leg, left leg. So we're not going to do 30 seconds on one side and then 30 seconds on the other. You're just going back and forth the whole minute there. Any questions so far on those two?
Nope.
Good. Okay. Third movement that we have is an around the world wall sit. So what you're doing with this is you're going to come all the way out into a wall sit here. You can start wide or you can start with your feet close together. Make sure that your hips are in line with the knees, so thighs should be parallel to the ground here. You're going to kind of bring your feet together using your heels and your toes. Probably not the best idea to be on a mat right now. And then walking them all the way back out in the opposite direction. So the wider you are here, the more you'll feel the movement shift into the glutes. The closer you come together, the more you feel the movement shift into the quads there. Could you all see my feet when what I was doing there?
Yeah, looks pretty horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, so the feet are just kind of coming toes, heels, so you come all the way in and then work it back out that same way. If you can manage to walk it, that's pretty hard, but you guys can try and do that if you want to. That's our third movement there. Fourth movement, nice and easy, just calf raises. So coming up on the toes, all the way back down. If you want to make that a little bit harder, you can hold on to a wall, do single leg, 30 seconds on each side. If you can find a ledge to stand on. If you have a larger dumbbell, you can stand on kind of the edge of that dumbbell and just make sure that you're holding on to something and being careful that that dumbbell doesn't roll. But that will give you a little bit of a deficit to work from. And then our very last exercise that we have is just a hollow body hold. So working our abs, coming down into a banana shape here. So legs are straight and slightly off the ground, arms are extended overhead, and you're pressing your lower back into the ground, squeezing the core. If that is too difficult, you can bring your hands to your chest. You can bend your knees a little bit, or if you think a whole minute of that in any position is going to be too horrible, then just kind of break it up. Try and do, 15 seconds of a hold, then maybe rest for 10 seconds, and then go into another 15 seconds and rest again. Just try to find something that has you at least working through that whole minute rather than maybe just getting 20 seconds and then having to rest the rest of the minute there. Any questions on the movements? Good to go? Don't worry, I'll shout out what everything is as we're going so you don't have to remember all of those. So first one that we're starting with, glute bridges, pistol squats, around the world wall sits, calf raises, and hollow body hold. So we will go ahead and start with glute bridges here in 10 seconds. 2, go. Nice and slow movement here. If you're doing single leg, you're switching in 3, 2, 1. Good work, guys. 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, and rest. We've got 30 seconds to rest here, and we're moving into pistol squats. Starting in 10. Remember, these are alternating, so you're not staying on one leg for all 30 seconds and then switching. 2, go. Nice, good job, guys. You all look good. I'm gonna watch them. Good job, Kate. Good job, Andy. Good job, Brett. Good work, guys. We've got 30 more seconds here. Make sure you're focusing on squeezing the core too to hold that one leg up. Ten more seconds. 2, and rest. Around the world wall sits up next. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
if she breaks the break.
Halfway here. Just that wide part, I can't walk the wide one. 10. Don't worry, guys. I hold on to it. 3, 2, and rest. Yeah. Say that. Calf raises up next. Starting in 10. 2. Go. Hold on to something. I don't think this is big enough.
There's 50.
Now, guys, if you're doing single leg, you're switching in 3, 2, and 1. Is that Bronston I see?
Yep, just in my face.
You didn't have to interrupt your minute there. Resting in 3, 2, and 1. 30 seconds here, then we're moving on to hollow body hold. Starting in 5, 3, 2, 1, go. Nice deep breaths here. Keep pushing that lower back into the ground. Brett and I are both starting to shake over here. We're halfway. Nice work, guys. Keep holding on to it. Last 15 seconds. You got it. 5, 3, 2, and rest. Nice work. We've got 3 more times through all of those, and then we are all done. Starting back with glute bridges.
At the 15-second mark there, Bronston decided I needed some weight added, so he just laid right on my chest when I was doing the. Damn.
That's a heavy weight there.
Yeah.
3. Glute bridges. Here we go. Keep driving those knees out. If you're doing single leg, go ahead and switch. Good work, guys. We've got 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, and rest. There we go. Lost for a minute. Back to pistol squats. Starting in 10. 3, 2, 1, go. Go, guys. About 20 seconds left here. Three, 2, and rest. Around the world wall sits. Starting in 10. 3, 2, and go. Another option too, if you needed for some reason to make these a little bit harder, you can add weight, holding it at your chest using a dumbbell, kettlebell, whatever you have. Yeah, guys, keep holding. 20 seconds. 10. 3, 2, and rest. Calf raises. I'm going to try the single leg ones this time. 10 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, guys, if you're doing single leg, go ahead and switch. Last 10 seconds here. 3, 2, and rest. All the body holds. Ooh, on my knees. Sounds like popcorn. Start in 10 seconds. 3, 2, go. Try to get through all 4 sets, not letting this drop, no matter how you have to hold it. You have to modify throughout the minute, go ahead and do that. Keep driving that lower back into the ground. We're more than halfway through. Nice deep breaths. We're almost there. 10 more seconds. Good job, guys. 3, 2, and rest. Nice work. That was the end of round 2. We've got 2 more rounds to go. Back to the top with glute bridges. Starting round 3 in 3, 2, go. You're doing single leg, go ahead and switch. Try, guys. 5 more seconds. 2, and rest. Pistol squats up next. Starting in 5, 2, go. Yeah, guys, halfway here. Nice, Dugan. Last 10 seconds. 5. And rest. Around the world wall sits. Starting in 10. 3, 2, go. Nice slow movements here too. If you're just holding a regular wall sit, that works as well. halfway through here. Focus on keeping your core tight. Nice deep breaths. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and rest. Whew. Catching up to me here. Calf raises. Starting in 5, 2, go. Try to squeeze that contraction at the top, holding it for about a second or two. If you're doing single leg, go switch to the other side. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and rest. Third hollow body hold. There goes my knees again. Here come the doubles. Hi. I know. Okay. Oh my gosh. Starting in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Good job, guys. You got it. Keep on holding. Don't let this one drop. You only got one more after this. Only one more round to get through. We are more than halfway here. Under 20 seconds. Come on. You got it. Don't let it drop. Almost there. 5, 3, 2, and rest. Nice work. One more time through of all of those exercises, and we are all done. Supposed to. Starting back at the top with glute bridges. Starting in 3, 2, go. Good job, guys. Halfway point here. Go and switch sides if you're doing single leg. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, and rest. Last round of pistol squats here. Starting in 10. 3, 2, go. Join me for a loop there. Job, guys. Halfway. Last 10 seconds. 3, and rest. Around the world wall sits. Starting in 10. 3, 2, go. Remember, you're trying to stay thighs at parallel here. If you choose to just hold the wall sit, if your legs are closer together, the more you'll feel it in your quads. The wider your stance, the more you'll feel it in the hips and glutes. Halfway point here. Keep on holding. We're almost there. 10 seconds. Come on. 3, 2, and rest. We've got 2 more minutes of work. Calf raises up next in about 10 seconds. Three, 2, go. You're doing single leg. Go ahead, switch to the other side. Last 10 seconds. Nice work, guys. 3, 2, and rest. This is our last minute here. Last hollow body hold. Starting in 5, 2, all we got left here. Nice deep breaths. Try to take your focus elsewhere. Halfway point. What are you doing, Kate? Let's go, guys. Hold on, you got it. Last 15 seconds. We're almost there. Come on. 5, 3, 2, and rest. Nice work, guys. That is all we've got for today. Nice job, everyone.